Special thank you to Holly Miller and McPuffin for supporting the channel and supporting my content. Thank you so much, guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we are returning back to looking at some Quest 2 stuff, specifically accessories that I think that every Quest 2 owner would need, because the Quest 2 is a great, incredible, powerful headset. However, it's clear that costs were cut in a few places, and you kind of have to make up for that by getting some accessories. However, other headsets need these accessories too, so it's not like the Quest 2 is unique in needing things to improve it. Today we're going to look at what those things are. Now, before we begin, I just wanted to mention I am not being sponsored by any of the items that will be shown in this video. However, I do have Amazon affiliate links in the description below, so if you do choose to buy any of these items, it would support me if you bought them through those affiliate links. However, you don't need to. It won't cost you any more money if you do or don't. It just helps support me if you do. Now that that's out of the way, let's go look at some items. So the first I'm gonna look at is kind of 3 items in one, because you need the first item of the 3 to get the other 2. So the first item is the Oculus Elite strap. A little bit pricey, coming in at about £50 in the UK. It's probably also $50 because for some reason they don't translate it properly. And yet, honestly, the fabric strap that comes with this headset is utter garbage. It offers about as much support as your alcoholic stepdad. It's not a great head strap. So, I mean, try it out. Everybody's experience is going to be different. However, for me, the Elite strap was very necessary. I needed it. I also have a face cover leather padding, which made it so much comfier because the fabric face strap that the headset comes with is scratchy, it's gross, it's hard to wash, it isn't hygienic. So this was very much needed. And I also got a VR cover padding for the Elite strap for the back, because although it adds a lot of support and makes it comfortable, the Elite strap puts a lot of pressure on the back of my head and it makes it very uncomfortable after long durations. However, this has made that so much better. So Elite strap and padding is very much necessary for the comfort of this headset, because comfort is definitely something that they cut the costs of when making this headset. I think that's one of the reasons they were able to make it so cheap, is because comfort wasn't their priority, but doing this helps a huge amount. So the second item on my list is rechargeable batteries. Now, the ones I use are EBL batteries, and the Quest 2's controllers don't drain batteries nearly as bad as the old controllers did. However, you will still get through batteries at a rate, so rechargeable ones in the long run will cost you a lot less. These were like £15 for a pack of 8, and honestly, they're so useful. So the link to them will be in the description. It'll save you money on having to switch out batteries on your controller all the time. You can have a set on charge at all times while you're using a set, so you'll never run out of batteries. It's incredibly useful, and it will save you money on having to buy batteries every time your current ones run out. So absolutely necessary for a VR headset, I think. And that probably goes for any VR headset in which the controllers don't have a built-in battery. Absolutely needed. So the third item on the list for me are grips. If you look into VR stuff, you've probably heard people talking about grips before, and they were kind of kick-started by the index, right? With the knuckles, where they have the thing along the back of your hand so that you can let go of the controller. That's kind of, I'm guessing, where the idea of this came from for all the other controllers. It's absolutely necessary. You won't realize it if you don't have them, that you need them, but the minute you start using them, you won't be able to live without them, right? So for a lot of people, the controller might be too small. For other people, it might be too big. For me, these grips actually make the controller perfect for my hands, but I do have very long hands. But the main thing is I can let go and the controller will stay in my hand, right? And for extended VR play sessions, it will save you cramping, it will save you uncomfortable hands. It's great for just playing any game, whether you need to be on top of grabbing stuff or not. I even use these for just playing Beat Saber and stuff, because you don't have to grip your controller nearly as hard. Like, you don't realize until you use them, but you absolutely need them. They are so handy. These ones I actually bought for my original Rift S, and then when I got the Quest 2 and replaced my Rift S, they fit. So yeah, these ones are AM VR grips. There are other branded grips. I haven't tried other ones. These will be the ones I'll be linking in the description, because these are the ones I've used. So check those out if you are using a Quest 2. Grips will change your life. It also solved an issue. It's not so much an issue on the new controllers, but on Rift S controllers, the battery compartment, the cover was really bad, right? If you were playing Beat Saber, that thing slides off all the time. These grips solved that. So even if you're on the Quest 1 or the Rift S, grips are so necessary. They will save you so much hassle. So go get grips. The next item on my list is kind of a multiple item thing. I don't have these in my hand, but I will be showing you footage of these just because it's all set up and I don't want to take it all down, and that's a link cable. So I use the official Oculus link cable. However, there is also a recommended Anchor cable that Oculus recommend. If you don't have a USB-C port on your computer, you can use the Anchor cable. I believe it's a bit cheaper as well. Link to both of those will be in the description. Obviously, if you don't have a gaming PC, completely skip this one. It won't be necessary to you, but for anybody that wants to play PCVR games and has a VR-ready PC, a link cable is absolutely necessary, because you can plug it into your computer and you can just play VR on your computer. It's amazing. There are so many more games on the computer that you can play that aren't available to just the Quest. It opens up a whole new variety. There is also VR Desktop and the Air Link coming out, which VR Desktop is paid for. You can do wireless PC VR. I have tried it, but my internet is not powerful enough, so I have to use this link cable anyway. I'm too far away from the router and my router's not good enough for it, so I can't really do that. However, for a lot of people with good internet, that is a valid option. I like the link cable anyway because it also charges my Quest while playing, so I can play for longer. Air Link is coming out, which is Oculus's official version of VR Desktop, which will be free. Only on the Quest 2, unfortunately. I'm going to try it out, see if I can get any kind of stable gameplay out of it. I doubt it, and I'm probably going to stick to using the cable anyway, but for people that don't want a cable, that is a valid option. Now, for people that do want to use a cable, I am adding this into this category because it's another thing that you can't do without a cable, and that is pulleys. Pulleys changed VR. Like, for me, they changed it entirely. I started on the Rift S, and I had that big, thick, chunky cable running along the floor. I got tangled in it, I tripped up. Pulleys allow you to run that cable across the ceiling and then down into the back of your PC. It gets the cable off the floor, but not only that, you don't have that cable pulling on you the whole time you're playing. It's so liberating. Obviously, on the Quest 2, you have no wires if you don't want to play PC VR, which is even more liberating. But if you want to play on the PC and you need a wire, pulleys are necessary. Now, the pulleys I used had two options for securing them to your ceiling. You could drill them in, or they had these sticky pads. And I didn't really want to drill holes in my ceiling, so I used the sticky pads. And I'm surprised at how well they worked, because I set these up before the Quest 2 was out, and I got the Quest 2 after that, and have been using it since before the Quest 2. So, and I have one of those stupid popcorn ceilings, the flippin' Artexing that boomers loved so much for some reason. So I didn't think these were going to stay up very long. Not a single one of these has fallen down yet. So if you don't want to drill holes in your ceiling, it's absolutely a valid option for something you can do, and it works so well. And I recommend also doing this sort of spider web pulley design that I've done here, where you have the three that come together attached to the one in the middle. I found this out because of a YouTuber called Thrillseeker VR. Check him out, by the way. If you're looking at VR stuff, you've probably already found him. Anyway, he suggested this and it works incredibly well. It makes it so much better. So definitely VR pulleys are necessary if you are using a wire. Moving on to the final item of the must-haves. This is especially important if you want to play PCVR, and even more important if you want to record videos, and that is the wireless mod mic. It simply works by plugging in a receiver into your computer and connecting the mic to it. The quality on it is surprisingly good for a wireless microphone. It works really well, but what's even better about it is they have magnetic mounts, and it comes with multiple, which means I can mount it rather than to some headphones or whatever. I can mount it to my headset, which that's a game changer. Before I was having to use like some headphones with a janky mic that I was like recording on my phone because I couldn't plug into my computer when I was playing. Like, having this has made recording or streaming VR insanely easy compared to having to set up anything else. You could also use a lav mic, however, I think this is easier even than a lav mic. Advantage also being that if you don't have a microphone on your headset, you can put one of the mounts on the side of your headphones and just use it as your day-to-day mic as well. So the mod mic is good for VR and for not VR, I guess, but for VR, it was a game changer for me. So those are the 5 of my main must-haves. I do have a little runner-up as like, I have a couple of like honorable mentions that aren't necessary, but have really made things easier. So I'm gonna run through those now. Those won't take very long. First of all, a carpet. This might seem like a weird one, but having like a circular rug in the middle of your room, in the middle of your play space, means that you can always find the center of your play space. You'll know if you step out of it or if you're getting too close to a wall. It has probably saved me punching or kicking a wall so many times that it's really useful, but it's not something that is absolutely needed, as there are other ways of finding the center of your play space, and your VR game does tell you if you're reaching the edge of your space, but it helps. It's surprisingly helpful, and you know, it's nice just having a rug in the middle of my room. It looks nice. And then the other runner-up that I'm going to mention is I put these big chunky wall hangers on my wall, and you can flip them up so that they sort of hide away, but they are really useful for hanging up my headset and for hanging up my controllers when the headset's not in use. It saves me having to unplug the link cable and faff about with getting that unattached, so I can just hang up the headset and leave it all plugged in. It means I can charge the headset while it's away without having to take down the pulley system, and it gets everything off the floor and off my desk. It just opens up a bit of room. It's not necessary and it's not needed, but for me, it's just that little bit of quality of life improvement. It's not really something that you will need as a player. So anyway, those are my items that I think every Quest player absolutely needs, with a couple of honorable mentions. So if you want to buy those, I have an affiliate links to all of them in the description below, but you don't have to use them. It just helps me if you do. It won't cost you any more or less regardless. I've said all this. If you want to support the channel in any other ways, I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button. It helps me a lot more than you might realize, so go do that if you want to. By no means feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. If you like this video, I have a few other Quest videos on the channel, and I have some gameplay videos, so go check those out. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.